This year's SEMA show has 2,400 exhibiting companies with 3,000 products on display. In the recent past, membership in SEMA has been increasingly important to businesses active in producing and/or marketing specialties and performance products. The founders in 1963 could not have imagined the eventual scope of SEMA as a guardian and leader in industry affairs.
Man, this is an exciting year, another great year here. SEMA 2019, the biggest aftermarket automotive trade show in the world. You gearheads have to check out this show. It's got everything from superchargers, turbochargers, custom applications as far as suspensions go. And the workmanship of the custom cars here at this show is unbelievable. They've got every single thing you may want to see as far as imports, domestics, Germans, lowriders, huge trucks. SEMA 2019, look at this. Let's go check the show out.
Sam's Garage, presented by Brothers Truck Parts. Sam's Garage is brought to you by these fine companies.
I've been in your waters. I'm looking for sure. I've never been so close before. It's one way or the other.
I'm here with my good friend Nelson Gill with ACC Performance, 50 years building Boss Hog torque converters. What is your secret to making the cars catapult out the hole?
Well, most of it is just basically taking the ingredients of the intake, the cam, the heads, and how all that works and breathes and operates directly affects how the stall converter works and operates. So with our physics equation and background, we've actually got a true blue equation that can tell us within 100 RPM of how this torque converter is going to act, react, and give you that pull or just cruising or how you want to actually drive the car.
Makes a huge difference. In my 67 C10 that you built me that torque converter for,
Yes.
That thing just catapults everyone I give a ride to are shocked as to how much this car goes out the hole. Instant reaction.
And it's awesome. It's very drivable too. And that's my goal, is to match up what the customer needs and wants really are.
And that's been your secret to success for what, 50 years now?
50 years. It's been nothing but attention to detail every little step of the way.
And that's what counts. That's what makes Boss Hog torque converters the absolute must for you guys' application. When you're building a muscle car or anything that's got horsepower, you want to make sure to match that torque converter stall with the camshaft and the power of the heads, just like you mentioned, so that you can get the most out of that torque converter and get drivability out of it. There is nothing like the consistency of air tools. And if you're building an at-home garage or even a commercial facility, you want to take a look at Prevost and make sure that you're using their system in your shop.
So a lot of people are going to the industry wanting a hose that's soft, pliable, and easy to use. And that's what you get with the Prevost Flex Air right here. This hose comes with our PS1 safety coupler, comes with the bend restrictor, also comes with the bend restrictor and plug on the other end. This hose is lightweight. It's a general purpose hose. It works in -40 degrees all the way up to 140 degrees. It's resistant to most aggressive chemicals, dirt, oil. This is one of the top tier hoses that you should have for your shop. A simple push button connection like this allows you to add in some of our tool accessories like our OSHA compliant blowgun.
And the button, when you hit the button, the air tool doesn't just fly out of the coupler. It holds it until it releases the air, then you can simply grab the tool. That's a very nice feature.
Yeah, it's anti-whip, so it's real safe, it's really easy to use. Men, women, children, they love this coupler because of the ease of usability.
We're pleased to announce that Bryce Thomas Radiator CG&J out of Gadsden, Alabama has acquired U.S. Radiator will be moving the plant to Alabama to continue this lifelong legacy, this 50-year legacy of what Don Armstrong has been doing out there, and merging that in with our aluminum product line and our copper brass products.
You guys also do custom applications. If I'm building a custom car and I need a one-off radiator, you actually build me one, right?
Absolutely. Now we're following the directions that you have laid out based on your project, what your needs are for that project, and we'll help you along the way with AC condensers. We'll help you with, obviously, with the radiator, with the fan package, controllers, that whole cooling unit. It's a one-stop shop.
That is cool. That is. Now, what is this? This is a new product this year, right?
This is a new product. This is the 1955-57 cross-flow radiator for the Chevy 2nd Series pickup. Triple flow is a really easy way to get a lot of efficiency out of the radiator. So what we would do we'd just baffle the radiator in each tank, turning that into a 3-pass design. In most cases, you will see upwards of 20-degree difference.
That's
temperature
huge
drop.
difference.
That's huge.
So if you guys are building your custom car, or you need a US radiator for your regular application, you guys want to check out US Radiator.
Organizers anticipate more than 2,400 exhibits and 160,000 attendees, of which 25% will come from outside the United States.
I'm really honored to be here at SEMA. Thousands of people, thousands of vendors. This is the pinnacle of the automotive world. When you guys build a car, you're going to build a lot of heat, and you got to get that heat out of the engine bay, and Flexilite has exactly what you guys need to get that accomplished. I'm here with Cole, and they got a new controller this year that's actually very intelligent.
That's right, Sam. So this is our compact adjustable electric fan controller. Compact unit, replaceable relay up to 30 amps, fully potted so it's water resistant. It's also resistant from vibration damage, and a little pot screw here makes it super easy to adjust the temperature. So we feel that we've got 80 to 90% of the applications covered with this kit.
And you hit on something. Not only do you have the probe, but you also have the threaded sensor for those who decide they want to use that.
Absolutely. 2 different kits depending on what they want.
That is very cool. Now, what else do you have? I heard you got something for the new Dodge truck.
Let me show you this new radiator and electric fan system that we just introduced for the 2003 to 2009 Dodge Ram Cummins Turbo Diesel. So this unit is a bolt-in radiator with an electric fan, or you can keep your belt-driven fan and this will still adapt to the shroud. We also introduced a transmission cooler bracket kit for these trucks.
Yes, sir. And look at the build quality right there. This is what you get. This is not only attractive, but it's going to work for a long time. So if you guys want to cool down your engine bay, make sure to check out Flexilite. You know, at my shop, I built a lot of turbo cars, a lot of high horsepower engines, and to keep those engines together and reliable, I've always used ARP bolts. Now this year I'm with Chris, and he's gonna show us a couple of new items they got for both old school big blocks and your diesel guys out there.
Over here we have one of our kits. It's a big block Chevy. So big block Chevy been around a long time, but a lot of them have raised port heads and they require a longer exhaust bolt over the port. So we've developed stainless steel, 12-point hex, high strength fasteners, so that if you got an application, a show car or a marine application or a salty environment, you'll have a good kit that'll look good and perform well.
For a long time coming too. Now what about the diesel guys? I know you got some exhaust bolts for that.
Yeah, on this side over here, we diesel performance is really big in all over the world today. With those trucks and the high temperatures of the turbos and the boost, they have a tendency to have issues with fasteners. So we've created a line of high strength exhaust bolts and exhaust stud fastener kits for diesel performance.
Yep, and you guys, it's important to go ahead and change those fasteners before they fail on you. That way you don't have to go through the trouble of having to drill them out. Sometimes you got to take the heads off to get to the hard ones. So if you guys are building a car and you want it reliable, you got to use ARP fasteners. If you guys are building a project car or even want to make your daily driver cooler and more quiet, DEI has a whole bunch of products that'll do just that. I'm here with Mike, and we're going to show you some of the insulation we have in this truck that you can do in your own project and protect that investment.
So what we do in a typical vehicle is we use our boom mat damping material on the floor. We put that down to take care of low frequency vibrations and that sub sound that you get, coming up through like a big V8 noise. We also use our undercarpet light on top of that to control high frequency and heat coming through. So those two products underneath your carpet, they do a fantastic job of keeping the heat and sound coming up from below. but we also do our floor and tunnel underneath inside transmission tunnels and around the exhaust and header areas to add another layer of protection from heat coming up through the vehicle.
Yeah, because that's a big problem. A lot of people are using long tube headers these days, and they produce a lot of heat. So that's going to be a really nice feature for their cars. And what about the turbo blankets? You guys have a new turbo blanket out?
Yeah, we have a new turbo blanket out. So we've taken and improved our turbo blanket. So we silicone coat the blanket. We have new materials on the inside, silica insulation, fiberglass mesh on the inside that just improves the blanket all the way around, makes it a tougher, more durable blanket.
And you guys, those turbo housings get really, really hot. It's a really good idea to put a turbo blanket on your turbo system, keep that under hood temperature down to a minimum. So if you guys are building a project car, or if you have your daily driver that's a little bit loud or maybe not so insulated, check out DEI. You know, guys, SEMA is so huge. We walk so many miles. Sometimes it's really nice to give your feet a break. I'm with the president of SEMA, Chris Kirstein. And Chris, this is a huge show. It gets bigger every year. How do you guys coordinate all this?
Coordination, you know, this is a thing that it really takes just about a year to put it together. And while SEMA does a lot to make this show happen, all these companies who are here, they're working even harder because they're not only getting ready to be at this show, they're working on the products that they're going to be bringing, the new innovations that they're going to have for this year's show.
SEMA's not just a big, huge annual aftermarket show. You guys actually help the enthusiasts a lot with laws and regulations by keeping us protected, correct?
That's right. So SEMA does the show for 5 days of the year, and the rest of the year we're working on all sorts of things to help the businesses and the enthusiasts. And one of the things that we do is protect the hobbies. Laws and regulations come along. A lot of times these things are overly broad. We go in, we unify the voice of the industry, we unify the voice of the enthusiasts, and we're able to make an impact and make sure that the laws and the regulations stay reasonable. We have a means for the enthusiasts to participate and help us with that. It's called the SEMA Action Network. But we need more and more enthusiasts to join us.
Well, thank you very much. You guys do a great job every year. I love coming out here.
It's great.
It seems like it grows every year too.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
It's chilling, man.
We have some exciting news for you this season at SEMA. We've got Weston, who's acquired Super Winch, and Cameron's going to show us some of the cool new products they got for the Jeep and the Gladiator.
Yeah, like you said, it's our first time debuting both brands together, and we're unveiling our SX Series winch. It's going to be new for Super Winch, completely contemporary design. The control box here is actually remotely mounted, so you can mount it on the top of the winch, the side, over in the vehicle, whatever may fit you best. Another cool feature, it's got this nice light down here on the drum, so if you get stuck at night, you can see what you're doing, roll that winch in real nice. And also, it comes with a super nice hook that we're going to be including as well.
So not only does it work really good, but it looks really good.
Exactly.
Tell me about this bumper.
So this bumper is another new product we're unveiling at 2019 SEMA here. Built-in toe points, fully tubular design with the plates here on the side to give a little bit of styling. And it works with all your popular lights and all popular sizes of winches as well.
Looks well built as usual. Now tell me about that Gladiator. That thing
So
looks
again,
good.
the Gladiator, the hot product 2019. One of our newest products we're going to be unveiling for this is our truck rack here. So this truck rack will fit the Gladiator, other trucks as well, but it works with all common mounting accessories, rotor packs, you know, your sand tracks, all that kind of stuff. And on the truck, we also do the fenders, the HCX drop steps we have here, bumpers front and rear. So we've got all products available right now for the Gladiators.
If you guys want to dress up your Jeep or your Gladiator, you want to check out Weston and the new Super Winch line brand.
Yes, sir.
I'm here with my good buddy Kevin at the Low Car booth, and they've got a whole bunch of new products, especially for you guys who are building classic cars and want to make your LS look like an old school big block.
That's right, man. You want that new performance, but the motor just doesn't look right with all the plastic covers.
Right.
These guys look like fuelie motors. They look like small blocks, big blocks, 409s.
That's
they're
cool.
awesome.
I love the distributor setup. Let's go check that out.
All right, let's do that. Yeah, the distributor's pretty cool, man. Basically, your plug wires are going to come up, they're going to pass through the distributor, and they can come down. You can hide the coils wherever you want.
Now tell me about you made that a breather.
Yeah, so you know you got a coil to go with it, but this coil is actually a breather that goes down to a baffled area on the valley plate. That we also offer the valley plate and everything.
And this is what we mean by making your LS motor look like a classic big block. Like check out this one. This is an old school mechanical fuel injection setup. It's actually a new throttle body, but it looks old school. That is so cool.
We do drive-by-wire, drive-by-cable, whatever you need. You know, we've got the small block Chevy here that's like a 57 Fuelie. We've also got a 63 Fuelie, you know, infamous infamous Corvette motor that everybody wants. You do enough to make it look old, but you're not necessarily trying to hide the goods. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you guys who are doing LS swaps, make sure to check out Low Car and make your engine look like a classic big block. Here we are in Car Capsule. If you guys got a really cool ride you want to protect and keep the dust away from it and keep the humidity out of it, you want to check out the Car Capsule. And this year, they've got a new carbon fiber edition that not only is cool, looks good, but is much stronger as well, right?
So this is our new CF1 edition carbon fiber. It is stronger. It's made out of thicker material all the way around, and it really looks like carbon fiber.
I like the extra you did with the road, making it look like a real road.
Yeah, it's got a nice road design when you come in, so all roads lead to a showcase by Car Capsule.
And with the circulation, with the venting, as everything it has, the humidity doesn't affect anything. That is very cool. It's like opening up a present, right?
It is.
Wow,
I mean,
feel that air.
You can't make that up.
No, you can't. You can just see it in the windows when you zip it back up, just how much force there is behind that air. That is very cool.
You know, one of the best things that I always tell people when I'm trying to tell them that they need one of these in their garage is that how it protects. You just think, okay, it protects my car, but in an average garage, if you put a car cover on the car, next thing you know, boxes get put on top of the car.
That is true.
Then bicycles lay up against the car. Instead, it's encapsulated in the showcase, and nobody has to worry about it.
That is a very good point.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Sam's Garage, presented by Brothers Truck Parts.
We're here at the OPGI booth. You know, they've got all the parts you need for your A-body, G-body, and old school Cadillacs. Now, they can't bring all the new products here at SEMA, but we're going to highlight some of the cool ones that they've got this year, and Dennis is going to help us out with that.
Yeah, so we have, for some of the new items, we have our 1959 through 62 Cadillac gas tanks. These are really popular right now. Nobody else has made them.
Now, what about fuel injection applications?
So with these ones, we don't have a fully assembled kit yet, but we do have components to work with your aftermarket fuel injection
cool.
from like MSD or Phytech or any of those guys.
This is engine swap market's getting really big.
It's huge.
Yep.
Huge.
What else do we got? What about these lenses?
So lenses we've done for a long time. These are some of our heavy hitters. So like our classic like 70 Chevelle taillight lens, some of the side markers, backup lights, stuff like that.
And these are licensed by GM.
These are licensed by GM. Most of them have the correct SAE markings, all that kind of stuff, the DOT markings.
That's cool. Yeah. What about these sills? They look really good.
Sill plates, we've done these for a long time. They all have the correct riveted body fisher, and we also do Cadillac ones too, so they'll have the correct Cadillac badge as well.
That is cool. And they're going to fit OEM stock.
Yes.
Now, you guys also have these consoles, correct?
Yeah, so consoles we've done for a long time. The last couple of years, we just added a couple new toolings to some of the components. They're also really versatile. You can use them for turbos, power glides, and we also have the detents and indicators for overdrive as well.
That's a nice touch because it's very hard to get those correct. And the new tooling is going to make these consoles really attractive. So if you guys are rebuilding an A-body, G-body, or old school Cadillac, you want to check out OPGI for your parts. We're here in the Livernois Motorsports booth here at SEMA 2019. And I've got Dan next to me, and he's going to be telling us about the new products they have, as in the tuners and even the throttle enhancer this year, right?
Last year we released the Ford touchscreen tuner. It was all new for pretty much 05 and newer. This year, this tuner will do all Chrysler 11 and newer. We're super excited about it. So
and you guys offer the unlocking PCM feature in-house, correct?
We do offer the unlocking in-house, so we're one of the few companies that do it. So if you have a 15 and newer, anything Chrysler, you can't tune them until you send the PCM in.
For you 08, 09 and newer domestic GM, Chrysler, or Ford, they've got a new throttle enhancer this year to go along with your car.
Yeah, pretty much all drive-by-wire. The Ford, GM, and Chrysler, we make a throttle enhancer. I know the biggest complaint we get is GM truck guys. They're like, hey, the pedal's really lazy. How do we fix this? So this thing here really enhances that.
And I see you guys also have a Ford GT500 supercharger pulley. Now tell me about that and the clutch you removed.
We do. So that's a new pulley for the new GT500. It adds 2 to 3 pounds more boost. It does have the one-way clutch taken out of it. It's just a standard direct drive. But a lot of guys don't know the one-way clutch is more for vibration and noise. we're performance guys. We're not really that worried about it, right? We
nice
want to make
added
stuff
feature.
faster. So
Absolutely. That's what it's about, making your car faster. So if you guys are building a cool domestic car, make sure to check out Livernois Motorsports Engineering. Let's face it, guys, none of us want our vehicles wrecked, but we all want the vehicle to be properly repaired. And that's where Verifax comes into play. Doug makes sure that all these shops who are repairing your vehicle are doing a quality job, correct?
That's right. We have coaches that work pretty much across the entire United States. And we're not in every shop. It's just that we want to do business with the best repairers in the industry.
And that's important because when you have a car like this Audi behind us that's got a 5-star crash rating before the repairs, you want to make sure that you retain that 5-star crash rating and instill peace of mind into the client, correct?
Absolutely, because this car is a good example. Multi-mix of materials in these vehicles. We've got aluminum, we've got carbon fiber, we've got steel, we've got super high-strength steels. So it's very important that the technician understands what they're working with, following the OEM manufacturer's procedures for the repair of the vehicles. That helps them identify what the materials are, what type of equipment they need to perform those repairs with. And so the customer gets peace of mind when they get their car back from the repair shop that it was indeed repaired properly.
Absolutely. You know what, guys? It's not about the speed of the job. It's about the quality of the job. And just like Doug said, a lot of cars today are using different materials. You got carbon fiber, you got aluminum Ford trucks out there, and you want to make sure that all these body shops know how to work with these different materials so that you guys get a good end product and you got peace of mind instilled in that vehicle. So you want to check out Verifax. Well, everybody, that wraps it up, SEMA 2019. Lots of new products. This show grows every year. I can't wait to go home and check out all these new products on our builds at Sam's Garage. And I'm also very excited about SEMA 2020.
If it's fascinating past forecasts the future, the SEMA show will keep growing and improving for decades to come. Stay tuned for this new season of Sam's Garage.